obviously, Coach Olson. And again, things are different in this day and age of, people who weren't around at that time, they can't even fathom how it was back then because now everything's NIL. You don't even know what team you're going to have next year because every kid could go in the portal now. It's just so different. Back then, believe it or not, the projection or the thought process by Coach Olson was that it wasn't that 97 team was going to be the team that was going to be good to compete for a championship. It was going to be the 98 team because you had a young team, everyone was going to come back, you're going to build, and that was the year we were going to fight for being one of the best teams in the country. Obviously, again, in this day and age, that's unheard of to think you'd have your whole team back because everyone would be in the portal. But back then, that's how it was. And so we did start the year. Actually, we started the year okay because, believe it or not, we had the kid 𝐒𝐲𝐶𝐬𝐿, who was the most outstanding player, but was ineligible for the first part of the year because, with there academically at University of Arizona. So he did not get eligible until mid-year. But our opening game of that season was against North Carolina. It was in the Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. And they had a starting freshman point guard as well, too, at the time, 𝐒𝐫𝐿, who was coming into North Carolina like Mike Bibby, one of the highest ranked, those two are the highest ranked point guards in the freshman class in that year coming in. And we were heavy underdogs because we were the younger team. We didn't have 𝐒𝐲𝐶𝐬𝐿, who was one of our main guys coming back from the previous year. And we opened up the season with a great win. Great win. Mike Bibby put on it was coming out party. It was on national television. 𝐓𝐫𝐢𝐩𝐥𝐿 was there, all that stuff. And it was his coming out party. And we really started the year. That kind of got us the set of the trajectory of how good we could be. All that being said, it was actually North Carolina's coach, Dean Smith. That was his final year. Not only do we start the year with him, ending him on a loss, we also ended his career, God rest his soul, because we ended up beating him 4-4. But we in that first semester without 𝐒𝐲𝐶𝐬𝐿, we actually played pretty well. And we had a loss or two, but we actually were playing well. And I thought it was an adjustment part of it, because of Bennett's ability to guard